We have to talk about the major Supreme Court decision on student loan forgiveness.
I know there are millions of Americans in this country who feel disappointed and discouraged or even a little bit angry about the court's decision today on student debt. And I must admit, I do too.
Yeah, there in the last hour, President Biden reacting to the High Court's decision, tossing out his plan to cancel student debt for tens of millions of Americans. Now, it would have been among the most expensive executive actions in history. In the ruling, Chief Justice John Roberts wrote, such a huge program required a clear mandate from Congress. Our Bruce LeShan is live at the Supreme Court tonight. And Bruce, we see it's raining there now, but earlier today there were some loud protests when that decision came down. What are people there telling you?
Yeah, Lorenzo, there were a whole lot of angry and really disappointed young people out here before the rain moved in. Some of them were pointing out that President Trump used the same law to pause debt repayments that President Biden had hoped to use to cancel some of them. And they say that Republicans didn't object to that at all.
Follow the siren if you're lost.
Scores of protesters gathered in front of the court and then marched down to the White House.
We gon' fight all day and night until we get it right.
Complaining that the system has failed them and that President Biden has failed to deliver on his promises.
People in my generation, we lose hope because we see that the promises are always unkept.
Cancel.
People of color have been disproportionately burdened by the debt.
Yeah, bro.
Morehouse College junior Malaj Robinson, whose mom is a hairdresser, was hoping debt cancellation would allow him to afford a career at a nonprofit helping black children.
I feel as though this right here was a form of our reparation. So that definitely.
For generations of slavery and discrimination.
Yes, unpaid labor.
An estimated 43 million people would have been eligible. Those making up to $125,000 a year could have seen $10,000 forgiven. Pell Grant recipients could have seen $20,000 forgiven at a cost to the U.S. of around $400 billion.
Maybe someday buying a house or getting married or just starting this whole life together, and all of that's going to have to be really set back as a result of this.
The court decided 6-3 that the Education Department had exceeded its authority under the HEROES Act to cancel the debt. In her dissent, Justice Kagan wrote that the majority overrides the combined judgment of the legislative and executive branches, with the consequence of eliminating loan forgiveness for 43 million Americans.
Pay your loans!
You think if it's $400 billion, Congress needs to decide.
Absolutely.
Scott Greenberg, a TV production worker visiting from Dallas, sided with the court majority. He says he's always paid his debts.
People need a place to live more than they need a right to go to school. But we're not forgiving mortgage debt. We're not forgiving medical debt.
This isn't over. The fight isn't over.
Now, almost 26 million Americans had already applied for relief. 16 million of those applications had already been approved, but because of these legal complications, none of the loans had actually been forgiven. Now, tonight, the president is talking about a new path to try and accomplish the same thing. Lorenzo?
A ruling that impacts tens of millions of people. Bruce, thank you so much. And by the way, as it stands right now, the current student loan payment pause is set to expire 60 days after June 30th, which is August 30th. The U.S. Department of Education previously confirmed that payments will be due again in October, with interest kicking in September 1st, effectively restarting loans that have been frozen since March of 2020.